The one thing that's always really eluding me is the grasp of what is a good UI design. Now, I've read numerous books and articles talking about sort of the design of UI, UX experience. It's changed quite a lot over the many years I've been doing development, because it used to be, well, back in the day it was a command line, a CUI, command line user interface, and obviously that went more into UI and graphical user interfaces, and today where we've got mobile user interfaces. And I'm actually reading a good book. I say book, it's actually an online book, or a digital book even, on UI design, which came with a couple of actually videos, and it's not cheapest. I think it's about $100, but so far really good. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the actual name. It's sort of some of the fundamentals of UI or something like that. I can't remember the exact name, and I may add it in the bar below. But that's really good. It's not, as I say, it's not the cheapest, but it's a really good book on talking about the smaller things, like for example here where we have the main sort of header, as it were. By the way, this is one of the example programs I'm going through as part of the training courses I'm doing on Udemy. But here you have the main headline, and then below you have sort of some tertiary information, sort of the date, or maybe it's a description or something else. So the first thing you see, I've not got labels, because the idea is not to put labels in unless you really, really need them, but to kind of emphasize the main part and then de-emphasize the lesser needed part. So they're different colors, it's a lighter tone, maybe it's not as jumping out, so it kind of gives you the kind of the perspective of, this is the important information, I can read it, but this is, if you want to go deeper, then you've got this sort of secondary piece of information there. And depending on the UI, depending on what you're displaying, that can obviously change. There may be more things that you want to emphasize a little bit more or not, but anyway, so going through this UI design, and there's to be honest, I've been lacking a little bit lately because so much with the Dart stuff. I stopped there, and I've got a wonderful book here, Cracking the Code Interview, which I'm going through because of, as I say, a new work thing. I want to kind of get into the old algorithm design aspect again. But yeah, anyway, I'm going off topic. Talk about user interfaces. Now, this course I'm doing is talk about adding kind of buttons in the header here, in the app bar rather, and a floating button at the bottom, which I think it's informative to what it is. But I'm just kind of wondering, is this good UI design? Would we want to add buttons in the app bar? I think actually it does prove, if for example you write an application that sends an email, right, and you want to type in your text, and you want to type in your sort of your email address, your title, and your description, trying to find a button down the bottom here, it can be annoying. But if you've got it in the app bar at the top here, I think that's quite useful, because you've got that button, you can just click it. But in other cases, is it really useful? I don't know. I think what your opinion is. For me, I could see the use of it. So further into this course I'm doing, for example, this here is going to be hidden, and it's only going to appear when you click the plus button, right? So actually having it down here is fine. Having it up here, is it really that useful? Or maybe it's better to have it here and not down the bottom. I think it's more obvious here, for example. So that's the sort of UI design I'd expect. But yeah, I just thought I'd kind of talk a little bit, and I'm talking a bit too long now actually, but talking about what is good UI design, and this is not an answer. It's more of the question. I think as I go through again more stuff in the future, I will kind of touch a little bit more on this. Maybe I'll also not do these one-cut videos, because I tend to do these, and any mistakes you see, they're in there. And I sometimes like that, because it just shows that the stuff is actual and real. I'm not kind of trying to cut and fake things, if you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, so moving forward, I hope to do a little bit more of this, and give you my kind of concept on what is UI design. and hopefully I'll get opportunity to read this book a little bit more, because as I say, it's really, really informative and useful, the kind of stuff that's talked about. Right, I'm now gonna go because it is work time, or about to be work time I should say. So yeah, look out for more videos in the future. Hopefully we can discuss and talk about what is good UI design. Hopefully, you guys will give interaction back as well to the kind of concepts and things that you think is good UI design, and let's have a good discussion. I want a discussion about these things. Right, onwards and upwards.